This is the FitaOS Vee Pro, a smartwatch with a rugged design, but its main highlight is its health features. The primary health trackers are here, such as the 24/7 heart rate monitoring, sleep tracking, blood oxygen tracking, fitness tracking, and even menstrual period tracking. On top of that, it comes with an ECG tracker and non-invasive blood glucose testing or monitoring. And it claims to analyze your body composition and read body temperature. I know measuring body temperature with a smartwatch is somewhat accurately possible, but a watch saying what your body or blood is composed of? Now that's stretching it a bit. I mean, the V requires just a few seconds to learn your cholesterol and uric acid profile. Basically, all these health terms require some Google searching to understand, but I would definitely not skip my periodic checkup just because my watch can do this. As far as ECG and blood sugar monitors go, having those two trackers in a watch is already incredible. But what's even more shocking is the price of the Vee Pro, which is $69.99 or nearly 4,000 Philippine peso when roughly converted. Which begs the question, is this even legit? Is a smartwatch enough to replace a dedicated ECG tracker or a blood sugar reader? To answer those questions immediately, no. They do not have the level of accuracy of the dedicated ECG or blood sugar tracker. If you go to a health expert and ask for advice, they will tell you to get a dedicated ECG or blood sugar tracker 100% of the time. While I couldn't test how accurately ECG works since that would require going to a health center, I was able to test out the blood sugar monitor of the watch and a dedicated one that uses a drop of blood sample. Lo and behold, the readings are not the same. During the first test, their numbers seemed close, but the more tests I did, the more significant the differences were between the two. I watched a great video comparing other watches and we have the same experience regarding the results. I will leave the link in the description if you're interested. Simply put, non-invasive blood sugar trackers are less accurate than dedicated blood sugar trackers. If there's one thing I found surprisingly on par with my Apple Watch SE 2, that would be the heart rate monitor. Of all the wearables I've tested, the Vee Pro reads heart rates similar to the Watch SE 2 in both passive and active use. To explain how the testing went, I was wearing the Watch SE 2 on my left wrist while the Vee Pro was on my right wrist. The Vee Pro uses Hband as its fitness app, and I like how clean and easy to read my metrics are. Unlike other fitness apps, Hband consolidates almost every watch setting when you tap the connected watch, which is great because it makes things easier to find. You can set notifications for all the apps installed. There's a decent selection of watch faces to choose from, although most are in the digital clock readout style, they don't look overly cartoony. If anything, I wish the watch's display was a bit better in sharpness. The 1.81-inch TFT LCD looks like one of the older panels you get from cheap phones from several years ago. Although they are not very readable in broad daylight, you can still make up some of the bigger text or graphics on the screen in outdoor lighting. However, the screen is responsive to touches and has a decent refresh rate to make it appear fast and not lagging. Vee Pro supports Bluetooth 5.3 for media playback and calling, so you can receive, answer, and make calls using this watch. The speaker quality is decently loud, but the quality is on the tinny side and easily cracks at high volume levels. At best, they are functional.
Why do you look like Slim Shady? Great Scott! It works! Okay, do the line!
You still can't reply to text messages or notifications, but the battery lasts at least a week without tracking sleep thanks to the 300 mAh battery. The charging time is 2.5 hours, which is decently fast, and I've seen longer charging times. And the magnet of the charger is strong enough to hold the watch. When it comes to the design, the Vee Pro is a squared frame with rounded edges with rugged design cues all over. The bottom portion of the watch is made of plastic, but the upper portion or the other half is made of metal. There is a rotating knob that works alright and doubles as a power button, but beside it is an electrode surface for ECG and body composition monitor to work. I actually thought it was a button. On the other end are the speaker and mic. You have this series of holes, but only 4 are used for sound output. That's it for the FitaOS Vee Pro. I have yet to find a watch with accurate ECG and blood sugar monitors, including the most expensive ones from the top global companies, so with the Vee Pro, my sentiments are the same. Get a health wearable for the basic tracking features because a regular checkup is still better. However, I think this is an excellent heart rate tracker for an Android watch. I recommend this if you want an accurate heart rate tracker in an Android watch. So that's it for this one. Drop a sub or like if you feel like supporting the channel. And as always, until the next one, stay safe.